Hello and welcome to Mobile Friday. Today's game is Space Intern. And if we go down, you can see from the little trailer, it's going to be a kind of a platformer, a puzzle platformer. And some of the puzzle ideas here, it's a mix between precise platforming and maybe clones? It looks really quite interesting. So I'm kind of intrigued about this one to see how well it's going to control with phone controls. We're going to be playing, as you can see, 1.7. This game came out last year, so we're not playing anything yet. That's 2024 Game of the Year possibility. But it looks really cool. So I'm excited to try this one. So, you and me, let's see what happens when we start it for the first time. Well, that's a simple but nice screen. Okay, so we know what's happening. The dynamic island is there. Ah, this is great. You see this? Not only does it give it language options, but we can see them. We get examples. I haven't seen this before. I'm pretty sure I haven't. So this is really cool. So hopefully there's... Oh no, it doesn't loop back. You've got to physically go all the way around again yourself. That's okay. So yes, playing this on my iPhone 14 Pro. So yes, we've got dynamic island to worry about. But also we also have the curve of the screen. In each of the four corners on my phone that I'm holding, the screen isn't square. It curves. So some games forget about that. So we're going to also pay attention to that as we play. How old am I? I don't want to know why it needs that information. But also, the dynamic island cuts into the backpack a little bit. Sure, let's do that. I'm going to say nope. Got Unity ads. So we can do share no data with Unity ads, but it's great that it asks. We've got the remove ads option, so obviously free to play to start, but if you really like it, you can select to remove the ads. And it's going to be really interesting to see how this game does ads. Is it going to be a case of we have no choice? Is it going to be something that's just randomly done? We've had quite a few games recently where the ads have been very well managed. So I'm a little unsure. Also, is that touching that? Oh, like a couple of pixels away. So they're maximizing the screen. And top right with the trophy. That again, that's right up to where the screen curves on my phone. So it looks correct, but oh, they're really using the whole screen here. Let's check the settings. What do we have? Music, sound effects, vibration, consent. Is that just on or off? It is. Well, I think I'll leave the visibility on. At least that way, as you're watching, you'll be able to see what's happening. D-pad or analog stick? That's interesting. I don't think I'm going to go analog stick if I'm honest. So I'm glad I checked that. Well, let's start. Does this have a tutorial? It's a lot of loading. Well, we can see there's the tutorial on the screen. Will my phone appear? No. Alright. So, what's weird? I can see it on the TV because I have this video out to the TV. Again, just so I can keep an eye out where the dynamic island is. So the pause button, top left, I'm missing about half of it. Actually, I wonder if this will work. I've never tried this. Oh, it doesn't work that way. Delete. Yeah, so pause button, top left, I'm missing about half of it on my screen. But that fuzziness, that pulsating whatever that is. I have that on my screen as well. I can see it along the top, sides and bottom, but because the corners are curved, I can't see it, so it's really weird. Yep, so jump, jump. There's a little lag in that. So 3, 2, 1, press. Press. So okay. Having a platformer where the platforming controls aren't what you quite expect is going to be interesting. Alright, double jump. Nice. Again, it's not quick. There's a slight delay. Wait a sec. You can almost see it on the animation on the screen. So I press the button, or I press the screen, and the animation then kicks, and then my character jumps. So it is a little weird. Ah. Wait, do I have to press? Because there's nothing on the screen to say that I have to press here. Usually in the text box there'll be like a down arrow or a tap finger button or something. Or a lot of modern games have it automatically done, or like an auto option. So okay, it's a little rough. It looks good, but perhaps the mechanics or the controls are a little off. Alright, we've done the first level. So yeah, don't get me wrong, I may be complaining about some of the things. Checkpoint, nice. But visually, it's really cool. Wait, is that spiky? No, okay. Can I look down? I can't. I grew up with like Master System and Mega Drive, so when it comes to platformers, my first instinct is always to look down by holding down. So you may see that a few times. I'm guessing these are dangerous to touch. Alright. Space mud. Cool. Nice short levels are great if you're like commuting. So down jump. Okay. So for example, I do commute in the mornings. So a game that I can play between train stops or bus stops is really nice. That's also why I'm worried about the adverts. Adverts, I'm pretty sure I hit left there. My controls are on screen, so I'll be able to check that later. But yeah, so adverts use data. And if you're unfamiliar with this series, that's one thing I am worried about, is how much data the adverts are going to use. If they're like 2 or 3 minutes long, that's a lot of data. Whoa. Now you know why there's a checkpoint right there. And this jump's a little finicky. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can't get that one. Nope. Maybe if I jump at it from the other side. Okay, you actually do have to touch. You have to physically jump. Fine. Let's keep going. Now, I don't really remember where that needs to go. Oh, come on. That was that delay in the jump. I, on my phone, hit jump and right, but because there's that ever so slight delay, my character moved right instead of... nuts. Now I wonder if this game has controller support. I didn't actually check that. So what I might do a little later is get my Xbox Series controller out and see if there's a connection to the game. Boss battle? It's weird, you can see where the green glow is on the edges. It only appears in the level. On the edges, all this shaking in colours doesn't appear on the loading screen. And again, there's the dynamic island. So that's not an issue at this point of the game. Alright, spike's full, okay. Aha. There we go. Let's get the checkpoint. What else is up here? Okay, I can't get there. I have to go this way. Okay, so what you needed to do was use the box to get up there, get the star, and then move the box second time. Okay. Well, thankfully it does look like we can... Well, this one doesn't want to move. Ah, you see that ever so slight pixel height difference? That's what stopped it moving. I'm pretty sure I was hitting left and went right then. I think the controls perhaps could do with another look. From the app screen, from the App Store page, it does look like perhaps this is just a one-person development team. So I do want to, you know, give credit where credit's due. This visually is beautiful. It really is. The art and the world we're playing in, it all fits. You know, it doesn't look out of place. And the levels are pretty well designed so far, especially this early on. Ah, 2, okay. I still think one of these tutorial signs could have perhaps been up in the middle somewhere, just saying, hey, 2 switches. Hey, we got one. But perhaps it's self-evident, perhaps it's perhaps it's obvious enough. Now I'm worried that I'm going to hit that mushroom and I'm going to hit that red thing right above it. I compensated for it. Ah, shoot. Well, let's get this one down here first. No. Don't know if you noticed, but our character has a little bit of hair that's swinging backwards and forwards as we move, and it's really kind of cool. It does add a little bit of, well, life to the world. To our right, you see the grassy, mossy stuff on the wall is moving. In the background, to our left, it's whatever that is kind of swaying a little bit. So the pixel art isn't static. There is a lot of animation, there's a lot of movement. So it's really kind of cool how much effort and work's been put into the environment to make it all feel nuts. Being a bit too casual about this. Oh, damn you, mushroom. But thankfully, restarting is very fast. You've probably just seen I'm starting to not touch the analog stick when it comes to jumping in those sort of tight situations. So even though the controls aren't perhaps quite as I expect, you can adjust for them. So I cut it out of the video, but we just had our first advert. No warning, no heads up. So if you're playing this and you got headphones on, you would have just had a bit of a surprise as the game's amazing soundtrack gets ruined by an advert. But in terms of placement, putting it in that loading screen when that door shuts and then the advert plays, that's, I guess, one way of doing it that doesn't get in the way of the flow of the game. Because by this point we're already used to there being a load, there being that door. Having an advert there doesn't affect the level. But, like I said, there was no warning, no heads up. Thankfully, it's a short advert. I was genuinely worried that it might have been, because I've played some games where the adverts are minutes long. And like I said, that all cuts into your data. And data is king. No, that goes through the floor. Oh, it does, I just noticed that. Okay, I've got to be a bit more careful than I expected. Down. There we go. Okay, we've got to go up. Yeah, I don't trust jumping when that thing's there. Checkpoint, definitely get a checkpoint. We get the star and a checkpoint again. Okay, so we can use the same checkpoint more than once. Great. This precise. I just spotted the spikes falling. Yeah, precise platforming. It's kind of been that weak so far. If you watch my Backlog Conquering series, you know on Wednesday we had Aru's Awakening, and that had some serious platforming. Now, friend or foe? Yeah, sound logic. Oh, I just memed this in my head, haven't I? With the Star Wars, Padme and Anakin, where Padme's on the right, Anakin's on the left, and you could have done that very much like it, like that kind of meme. But hey, 2 stars. The thing is, we don't know what these stars mean. Is there an in-game thing we're working towards, or is it just a personal record, or a reason to go back and play the level again? So the game has so far focused us so much on the levels that it hasn't taken us back out to explain anything. There's not been really any story. There's not been any explanation of the game loop, so to speak. All we have is what we've been doing so far. You see, I just realised what was happening and tried to run away. Oh, that's what got us. Now, hopefully they're not going to recharge. I kind of want to check if they do. Alright, they do. Ah, nuts. We're not going to be able to reach that. So, maybe we put that there. Hey, the blocks return. Okay, that's nice. Now, down here is a little dangerous. It's an awkward place for a mushroom. There we go. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen, and of course there's no checkpoint. Perhaps the first part of the game where I would think that perhaps we needed a checkpoint before this bit. Will that work? It does work, but the timing is a little rough on that. Ah, nuts. Of course, you don't have. Well, I assume you don't have to go for the stars because the game hasn't told us what they're for. So perhaps we could just ignore it. But it's just so there and looks so easy to get. I kind of want to get it. Oh, I forgot about that. No, I can't get the star now. Again, it was like a control thing where I thought I was on target for everything, but it just didn't work. Oh well. I guess then we're not going to worry about it. Now, I'm not going that one. There we go. Ooh. Timing on that is a little iffy. Ooh. Now what do I have to do here? Because I can't look down to see what's meant to happen. I'm just going to put that down there and hope that's the thing. Okay, I should have expected that to happen. You see that? How are we standing there? Now, this is actually a little tricky. You gotta jump. There we go. No stars. So we just had another advert there that I cut out for you guys. It was one of those adverts that are interactive that you could take control. I'm pretty sure I was moving, but I guess I didn't. Ah! There we go. Oh no, the mouse is going to do damage, isn't it? Oh. Watch out for those mises. Whoosh, there we go. Oh man, that's such a... like, just slightly in the wrong place for the jump, and again... oh, I was sure I pressed down. Whoa, spinny thing. Oh, it killed the mouse though. That's actually kind of cool. Oh, that's... yeah, okay. That was ever so close. At least these stars do feel like a challenge. But there's still those couple of stars that I can't work out how to get to. And it makes me wonder if there is backtracking because we're going to unlock something. So my first thought with the stars is if we get enough, we unlock abilities on our character. And then that means we can get some of these older stars easier. But I'm not entirely sure. It could be that the game's going to use stars as a way of gatekeeping you. As in, if you don't have enough stars, you can't make any more progress. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to back out. And it's actually a little difficult because again, you've got dynamic islands there. And the pause button, I get a third of the bar on the left, 2/3 on the right, nothing on the left side, nothing top side. It's really small. So let's hit home. Let's see what it looks like. So that lock doesn't give us any information what we need to unlock it. There's certainly a lot. Who knows, maybe that final stage needs a certain amount of... well, let's hit our character. Ah, perhaps the stars are going to be used as character. Okay. And if you unlock, you can get some that way as well. Okay, okay. It's just a shame the game doesn't tell you any of this. You have to physically find out for yourselves. So I'm going to pause. I'm going to turn on the Bluetooth controller. Again, I don't remember if it said on the store page if it does or not. So I'm just going to turn on the series and see what happens. Alright, Bluetooth's on. How do we unpause? What's that thing flashing on the left side? Okay, I'm gonna click the thing that's pulsating, see what that does. I see, okay. I'm guessing the play button. Okay, so I'm gonna put my phone down. I'm going to try the controller. So there's a little bit of a delay. You might be able to see and hear it. What's jump? A. Now there's no delay with this. So like 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. That's interesting. Playing on your phone, there's a delay with the jump. Playing with a Bluetooth controller, there's no delay. So let's play a little bit with the controller. I wouldn't imagine everyone has a controller with them but you never know. 8-bit Do do have some small controllers. Now that is cheeky. Okay. I'm going to ignore that star. I'm also going to have to pick my phone up because the vibrations are vibrating on the desk. Now thankfully those... There we go. Yeah, so thankfully whatever that is that explodes doesn't destroy the blocks. Start there, not too worried about it. We got mice and those to worry about. Okay. Did you notice that mouse, the second one, is a different colour? I wonder if that means it's like a little faster or something. Whoa. Yeah, I'm perhaps trying to go a little too quick for this. Oh, come on. I was safe. Hey! Unlocked an achievement. Huh. Okay, they got my backpack that time. Oh, the spike got the mouse. Yeah, I don't tend to do too many platformers like this because, as you can see, I'm not particularly good at them. Ah, just a little bit too much that time. I don't know if you've noticed, but the on-screen controls do not match anything that I'm doing. So the on-screen controls would match what's happening on touch. Oh, come on, I thought I had that. Wait, do I have a pause button? I do. Can I turn them off? I can. So on a series controller, the pause button is the 3 lines. I don't have a series Xbox, but I do have a controller. I love the navy blue one. It's really nice. Do I trust that? Timing on that. It's a little tighter than I perhaps want it to be. I feel like there should be a checkpoint after this bit. But of course, as we're making progress in the game, it's bound to be more difficult. Do they respawn? I don't know if you noticed, but there's like a 1 pixel lip. And that's what's keeping that block in place. So we're going to have to push that right. Now, is that going to move it? It doesn't, okay. I should have fallen down with it. It doesn't appear to be full damage. It's fun interactions, so they are kind of nice. So that was another advert. Is that free now? So what, 35 minutes in or so? Don't like the math on that much. And of course, remember, these adverts haven't said anything about that they're about to happen. They just go. Oh, thank goodness. I don't know which way to go. Oh, nuts. I should have stayed. Okay. This is definitely one of those games where you have to die, basically, to learn. Of course, you can't look up, you can't look left, sorry, down. You just have to explore, live, or explore and die. How am I meant to get that? What? I was hoping the mushroom was going to get me. I am very surprised. Guessing this is gonna go down the hole. Do I want to go for the star? I do not. I want to get to the checkpoint. Oh, elevator. This has definitely got a bit of everything when it comes to these sort of platformers. So why did that have a checkpoint and some of the other stuff not? Sure, let's go for this because there's a checkpoint right there. Ta-da! I got a star. See, that's why I need the checkpoint. Oh man. Huh. You might have heard I did hit the jump button and it didn't. How weird. I wanted to turn back, but that mouse was there. I would like a weapon of some description to deal with these monsters. Whether it's just jumping on their heads, something would be nice. This doesn't look like fun. There we go. So I think this is kind of, well, on the map screen it looked like a boss level, but I'm not too sure. Money and experience, okay. So how's this game going to introduce that? Yes, the monster likes bones, okay. What? Oh, we gotta start all the way over here. Was this the same conversation? No, but why can't we start up there? Why can't there be a checkpoint right there? God, those are so high. Yeah, if we're gonna have a boss that's really difficult, why can't there be a checkpoint here? So I can respawn there instead of having to do this whole thing over again. I can avoid two of them, but it's something odd about the rhythm that they come at. Okay, I'm guessing that's what we have to do. Ah! I jumped on the thing expecting it to go down in the middle and it didn't. So it doesn't have the same pattern, it changed after taking damage. Okay, perhaps I got lucky of it going down the first time then. Oh, does it need me? Is it after me? Okay, it's after me. Oh, obviously not that much. Oh, I can move it. Oh, this boss battle just got a little bit more complicated and not in a fun way. So it coming down in the middle is a rare event. I wonder if I can have more than one of these on screen. Yeah, there. Well, no more of these are spawning, so it looks like I have to use whatever pops up. Because there's no health bar, so I have no idea how many of these I actually have to do. Oh, I think I got a little lucky then. I gambled the wrong side. And of course, there's no checkpoints in the fight, so. Nuts. Okay. I missed the jump. Alright, that's one. Two. Are you gonna go? Can I get there? I can! Whew, that was close. Right. So before the stage there was another advert. I think for today I'm going to say that will do for this video. So, Space Intern. It is undeniably a good looking game, and the soundtrack is pretty damn good as well. It's weird because at some points it looks like it's been designed for the iPhone and taking into account the dynamic island, and other times it feels like it isn't. So I'm wondering if this was perhaps Google first, and perhaps one of the phones they tried had a hole punch camera or something. Because on iPhone, it's just not working properly. In this part, on this stage, we can see there's no blurriness, there's no fuzziness around the sides. Everything on the screen is how it is on the phone. But when we get into a level, all four corners, all four edges, all the way around it, there's just this flashing of colour. And then of course the screen gets wrong because the pause button is nearly gone, and it's just a little frustrating that it's cool. The platforming is cool. The graphics are cool. The music's cool. There's a lot to really like about this game. But the lag with the jump is frustrating. Playing it with controller was better, but I still don't have what I feel is what I want the accuracy to be. And again, it's just so distracting having all that colour stuff happening on the screen all the way around the edge. It's honestly, I've never seen a game do that before. Not since the NES era. Back in those days, some of the games would have stuff on the edge, but you wouldn't see it because the televisions at the time were curved. And all that stuff on the edge, all the colours would be not so much invisible, but they wouldn't be displayed on screen because of that's how it was built around. But here, you saw on the video, it's everywhere. So Space Intern. What I'm going to say is I recommend it, but it's one of those games you keep on your phone, and every now and then when there's an update, you check and you read what fixes. Because fundamentally what's here is good. The level layout's really quite challenging and decent. The character interactions are fun. There's no story whatsoever so far. But there are a lot of levels. And there's the possibility for more, because the arrow doesn't disappear on the right side. It's still there, it's just greyed out. But unless you have a unless you have an Android, I can't really recommend just getting it and playing it now, because it's just a little too broken. It's kind of to the point where it's a little too frustrating perhaps. Which is a shame, but like I said, I recommend you get it and just check every now and then. When you do your App Store updates, you go through the list and it's like, this game, expand, have a quick read, fixes this, okay, now dive back in and see if it's working. Because the levels are so short, it does work as a game to play commuting. What's not clear, what I haven't been able to test, is whether the game saves at those checkpoints. So if I hit a checkpoint and go back home, when I go back to that level, is there a checkpoint? So for example, on like 7, you got 2 stars, that's great. Well, you got all this space, why not have at the bottom the checkpoint flags? So if you hit 7, you then have the option continue from checkpoint or start from beginning. I feel like, again, the level designs are short, interesting, that it works as a commuting game, but does it really work all the way as a mobile game? I don't know. Space Intern is a difficult one to summarize, but ultimately I do recommend you get it, keep it on your phone, try it. You might be okay. I have an iPhone 14 Pro. Perhaps on the 15 it's fine. Perhaps on the 12 and 11 it's fine. Perhaps it's just my phone that it doesn't work properly. And on Android phones, perhaps it's not a problem at all. So get it, check it. And if there is a little hiccup, if there's a little issue, keep it, because this has had updates already. So it's going to probably get more updates and fix things, and then it'll be even better. If you do have the game, of course, in the comments, talk about it. Let us know. I only have one phone to test it on. If you've got other phones, other platforms, give us the information. Let us know how it is. That'll really be helpful. So, until the next Mobile Friday video, or until I see you checking out some of the other videos, playlists, or YouTube shorts, or maybe I'll see you over at Ko-fi. As a small YouTube channel, we get no money from YouTube. But with Ko-fi, we can get PayPal donations, we have a couple of subscription tiers as well. And of course that money goes to, well, who knows, I could buy a cheap Android phone and do these tests on 2 phones so we can have a look and see if there is a problem. Or go towards like controllers or hard drives. Oh, hard drives, storage space I need. But whenever I see you again, please take care.